Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. Today we will talk about a common security failure in our daily life. We live in the time where data is one of the most valuable asset in the world. Business run on it, government depend on it, and people share it every single day. But valuable as it is, data is also a high vulnerable. Just like oil can split and cause health damage. When data is lost or stolen, the consequences can be devastating. That is why information security is not just a IT corner anymore. It's a matter of trust, governance, and surveillance of every in each and organization. One of the most common failure we see today is personal data breach. You are all seen the headlines: millions of customer records stolen from the bank, healthcare systems, or social media platforms. These breaches expose name, addresses, phone number, financial transactions, even health information. For the individual, it means data theft, fraud, and sometimes emotional damage. For the organization, it means fines, legal actions, and most damaging of all, the loss of customers. What's strike totally that many of these breaches don't require high skill hackers. They often happen because of something as simple as a weak password, outdated systems, or employees who click on a suspicious email. Small mistake can open very big doors. Now let's think about how data breach actually happen. It haven't depend on a single click like in the movies which we are seeing in our life. Usually, it unfolds step by step. Attackers begin with reconnaissance, scanning the system and looking for the vulnerability. Then it's come to intrusion, maybe thought of phishing attack, maybe thought of vulnerable website or a stolen weak credentials. Once they are inside, they are relay grab data immediately. They move quietly through the system, exploring the system and accessing our data. Finally, they are start accessing and copying our data without anyone notice. And often they try to cover their tracks so the breach remain hidden for as long as possible. This process can take day, week, or a month. The longer it is undetected, the most damage it can cause. So, where do this actually usually happen or not? The truth is everywhere. It is happening everywhere. It don't depend on our personal data or organization data. We need to protect each and every endpoint. Attacker can target endpoints like laptop, mobile, or IoT devices. They can attack our networks, exploit unprotected servers, or weak Wi-Fi. They can go after web applications looking for coding flow that allow them to break in, and very often they simply target people because people is most vulnerable. Think while hackers want to hack any organization. A single phishing email that looks genius in some time that often force someone to hand over their credentials, given attackers the key to the kingdom. This is why we say human element is both the strongest defense and weakest link for the organization. Securing information, therefore, is about building multiple layers of defense. It is about using strong authentication, encrypted sensitive data, patching system regularly, and most important thing is provides training to each and every employee to recognize suspicious activity like phishing email, phishing link, unused software, malicious software, ransomware. It is about having proper process in each and every place so that even if one layer fail, another is there to protect that sensitive data. And all it is being prepared, having an incident response plan ready, so that if someone does go wrong, we know exactly what to do to help organization to do in the structured way. There are several global standards and frameworks are there. One of the most respected standards is ISO 27001. These international standards provide framework for building an information security management system. It helps organizations to identify risk, apply the right security controls, and continuously improve their defense. For a business, achieving ISO 27001 certification is not only about compliance, it's statement to customer and partners that the organization takes data protection seriously and can be trusted with sensitive information. Similar, in the UK, the National Cybersecurity Center introduced the 10-step to cybersecurity. This framework covers essential areas such as risk management, secure configuration, malware prevention, and monitoring, and having a clear incident response strategy. This message here is simple. Cybersecurity is not just the job of the IT department. It requires involvement from the entire organization, from senior leadership down to every single employee. For smaller organizations, it has also cyber essential, which focus on getting the basic rights like firewalls, access controls, software updates, and malware protection. This step may sound simple, but they stop the majority of common cyber attacks. Sometimes it is the basic that save us from the bigger disease. Across the entire in the United States, there is the NIST cybersecurity framework is that it is built around five core functionality: identity, protection, detection, response, and recover. While it makes NIST so valuable, it is flexibility. Where you are a government agency or a multinational corporation or a small business, you can adapt the framework to your needs. It is not only guide you on what to do, but also help you or measure how mature your security really is. But even the best frameworks are useless without a strong information security policy. Even organization needs clear policy that define how data should be handled, who is responsible for it, and what the rules are for using system and sharing information. This policy cannot be a document that is forgot on herself. It needs to be living guides that involve as a technology and threat changes. We need to update our cybersecurity policies in every quarter. We need to see each and every point of the security and need to update our policy according to that. How do we make more sure all of actually work? We set it security properly or not? There where insurance come in. We need regular audits, pen testing, compliance check, and continuous monitoring to our servers and system. We must move beyond the mindset of just ticking box and instead focusing on building real confidence that our system are secure. Good governance is equally important. Cybersecurity must be led from the top. Executive and boards need to treat it as strategic priority, not just a IT problem. They must allocate resources, assign responsibility, and foster a culture of security across the entire organization. Without governance, even the best technology will eventually fail. If we have best technology, but we don't have a proper organized security protocol in our organization, so that will not work. And finally, we must remember that information security doesn't stop at our own border. Our data is flowed through cloud services, third-party vendors, and supply chain partners. A weakness in one supplier can become a weakness for everyone connected. That's why organizations must think about security not just within their own organization but across their entire ecosystem. In today's interconnected world, your security depends on the security of those around you. If our employees are not secure, then our organization is also not secure. So, to conclude, breach are often the result of smaller mistakes. Attacker will always go for the weakness, like whether it's the system or a network or a person. Global standards like ISO 27001, NIST, and Cyber Essential give a structured way to protect ourselves. Strong policies, regular insurance, and proper governance ensure that our defense are real or reliable. And most important, we must recognize that security extends beyond our own organization and into the wider world of partners, suppliers, and international connection. The question we should be asking ourselves is not, can we stop every attack? The reality is we probably cannot. The real question is, are we prepared to respond effectively when it's happening? Because in cybersecurity, it is preparedness that makes the difference between small incidents to major disease. So, thank you for joining me today. Have a great day.